Good afternoon on what is a bright, sunny and warm afternoon. I'm back in the reading nook with a handful of parcels and of course a nice hot cup of tea. And I am going to open this larger parcel, so we get to it now. Nice and easy. So what we've got in here, plenty of bubble wrap, and inside we have Back to Basics issues 1 to 10. If I could get this. Created between June 2017 and September 2019, Back to Basics is a quarterly fanzine celebrating the BX version of the world's most popular tabletop role-playing game. Presented in a US trade hardcover format for the first time ever, this compilation brings together all 10 issues into one volume, complete with every piece of original gaming content, product review and industry legend interview from the original print run. Best of all, these 216 pages are housed with a brand new colour cover created by the original fanzine's original cover artist Matthew Ray. So first off, yeah, that's a really nice cover. I really do like that cover. There's a sense of danger and mystery as to quite who that was and who this is and what they're doing. It's joined on the back by essentially, if I do that. Nice little bookmark, don't want to lose that. So you've got a couple of adventurers rushing to her aid there on the back. And this is from Throwi. Let's have a look from, yeah, Throwi. So we open up and we get to like that. Now my first comment would be, I don't like the fact that you open up and the cover to the first issue is on that side when it should be on this side, when you think that it's sort of like the cover should fit like that. I think that would have been nicer if they'd done that. Yeah, this is from Tom Wilson, who also does rather nice little fanzine dedicated to Gamma World and similar post-apocalyptic role-playing games as well. It's fairly plain, the first pages with basically product spotlight, publishing news, and again we've got to remember this is back in 2017. And then we have an interview with a legendary gamer, Merlin Rasmussen, who's best known for creating the top secret role-playing game, Top Secret, back in 1980, and then more recently that was reprinted, and then we literally go into an adventure basically with a quarterly dungeon crawl. Basically each issue of Back to Basics will include a new low to mid-level adventure for your BX campaign. So here we have a really kind of simple adventure, a little bit of a dungeon, yeah, really that counts just the first issue. So there's not a lot to it, then we go on to the second issue, and you've got a bit of a comic book there. It's referenced in the issue as well, and then you give oh, that's right, that feels better, that should have been, that's in the right place. Again, a nice cover, and we've got a bit of issue 2 details. I like the fact that, okay, so issue 2, September 2017, printed 2018, third print, and so on. And then you've got a list of all the contents, product news, for example, with the BX The Witch, which I think both from Timothy Brannan, and I have reviewed all of his Witch and Warlock books, and if you're ever interested in adding the Witch or the Warlock to your BX games, those books are really interesting because they involve different takes upon the Witch each and every time. So again, we've got interview with a legendary gamer, Frank Mentzer in this case. Mythology provides new monsters. The Magic Shop has new items. Again, this is just a few pages. So we go into the quarterly dungeon crawl. Again, simple maps, but again, easy to read. And then basically Crimson Abbey, the Broken God. Essentially what we've got here is basically an ongoing cartoon, which is, here we go, there it is. Okay, and then it's got details of what they're discovering. So if you have a look here, they're basically they're proceeding down a corridor and then into another room with basically soft cover guy up there. And if you turn back, that's what you've got. That's that location mapped. That's a nice touch. I like that. You've got a physical representation of it in terms of sort of like visual representation of it in terms of the comic book, and then the GM could take that and drop that into a game without any issue, and have some idea of what it's like. Game issue 3, really nice cover. This is fantastic artwork. It's interesting that it's sort of like this isn't the first compilation I've come across. I think there's Codex. It's a fanzine compilation, basically from one particular group of players and sort of like what they put together. And then there's, in terms of magazines, there's a Swedish magazine called Phoenix, ongoing print magazine, and they put together a large compilation, or 3 compilations of their content. So issue 3, the legendary gamer is David Zeb Cook, responsible for D&D content and a lot of other things as well, and even simpler dungeons, so not particularly sophisticated. Kobold's Caves. And not much really to the Crimson Abbey, the Broken God, but essentially, because honestly all they're doing is they're really still sticking to the one room. This back to basics, the cover of issue 4, again, nice cover, basically showing a giant and basically a warrior being confronted by him. He's got the rock ready to throw, and that evokes the G series of modules where all the giants would have rocks they would throw at the enemy. So we have publishing news in here is basically back to basic. This is the BX Essentials. Now, BX Essentials essentially is what became the old school Essentials. So throughout, really, you have very much a lot of the same in terms of the same content, in terms of sort of the same format. But we get to the quarterly Dungeon Crawl in issue 4, and suddenly step up in terms of the quality of the map. You can really tell the difference. That's really nicely done map. I don't know who that's by. Okay, cartography is Monkey. Oh, I should know that. Technically, I should know that because that's Glenn Seal, Monkey Blood design. Just to step up in quality. That's fantastic. And that's a much bigger dungeon, really running to sort of like 10 pages. And Crimson Abbey, the Broken God, that's still basically stuck in that same location here. So I'm not going to go through all of the different issues, but you can see what's in here. Basically, it really is kind of focusing on the BX school of issues. And you'll see that the interesting thing is that they have that the running thing across the bottom for you. You can sort of like work out which issue you are from looking at the side of the book. And then, yeah, I mean, what's great about having this in one book is you can track the upswing in quality and development over the course of the 10 issues. I mean, the 4th issue there, where the sudden step up in quality of the map marks a change, and it just grows from there. So I'm sure you'll be able to track down a copy of that. In print, it's obviously Kickstarter, but it's it's a really nicely done. It's a nice, handsome little volume. I would have liked to have seen it a little bit better organised, and I think it would have been nice if the other thing is that sort of like the index, the page numbers in here are all for the issues. So there is no page whatever you are dealing with the, running up to page 15, and then the next issue goes up to page 30 and so on. So I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen it indexed. I would have liked to have seen it really a little bit more attention given to that, rather than just having the issues put into the book and left. It would have been nice to have seen a little bit of a development in terms of this is not just a collection of those first 10 issues, this is a curated collection of those first issues, and I think that's something that is missing. Well, thank you once again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do click the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, please do take the time to post those. I do take the time to read them myself. And lastly, of course, if you want to see me, here back in Reading Nook with a parcel, and which I'll unbox, and a book or a game, which I will talk about to the best of my knowledge, for about 10 minutes or so, all accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.